what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Safe completion on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. UConn comes to the line after getting another first down. Motion from the offense. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Montgomery. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him.
Working that left side now. Makes the catch and knocked down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
They want to just keep throwing it. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Here comes the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. Just drives it between the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with you.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll start the return inside his spot. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. So Oklahoma's offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game. look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football team.
He's off to the races. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And he's brought down after a nice gain. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
Yeah, and we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
Dropping back, it's Carr. Outside the pocket, lets it go. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Quickly to the tight end. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Unloads quickly. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Huskies will line it up on 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. Quarterback all over the place trying to make a play, but eventually he goes down.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. He's looking downfield to throw. They've got the screen set up. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. UConn will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up.
Looking deep. Hits him in stride at the 10. Touchdown Sooners. And once he got loose, it was all over. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Penn State handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Makes the grab. It's Smith. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
That's caught. It's Morris. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, going up top. Coming after it. And they got him for the sack.
And they get the sack, but they knew it was a pass. You go nickel, you're bringing more speed on the field, more DBs. You let the pass rush eat. Everybody communicates, right? Like you understand by formation, by tendency, they're throwing the football. Nice job by the defense understanding what the offense was trying to do.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
He's looking on the right side. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
That defender is lucky on that play because he was beat on that deep route. He's lucky the QB overthrew that play.
Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. Quick pass on the jet motion. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
They'll try to power their way ahead. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding, offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Here on third down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. It's loose. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. No huddle here for the offense. He'll run it again. Turns it on in midfield. Open runway ahead. He's at the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And the extra point makes it 14-3.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, got the long touchdown.
The UConn offense goes back to work. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Right? The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Movement here from the tight end. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Caught behind the line. It's Smith. Oh, it's a fumble. Running to Green. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. Touchdown Sooners! The defense takes matters into their own hands. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. They're lining up to kick it away, and that defense salivating after getting the scoop and score. That ball was squirting around on the field, finally corralled by the defense, and they turn it into 6.
And it's so hard defensively. Do I jump on it and make sure I get it, or do I scoop it up and try to make the big play? He chose to scoop it up, and it pays off, makes the big play, gets the touchdown.
Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Finds his tight end. On the move at the 30. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Now the play fake. Flips it out to the back. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Makes the catch. It's Montgomery. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays.
Off he goes! And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got his man on the right.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
UConn is now threatening in the red zone. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Pass is incomplete, but I think the defense was offsides, and this will probably be a first down.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
It's been hard enough to slow down these guys on this drive. Now the penalty gives them another 1st and 10. The aerial assault continues. Grabbed in the middle, it's Morris. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Looking to throw for it. He wants it all. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. It is good. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football in.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
And those little chunks keep annoying the crud out of you when you're on defense. It's just putting them in easy situations, chewing up 4 to 6 yards at a pop like that. put you in a bad situation as a defensive coordinator. What do I call? Either way, priority number one, you got to stop the run.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. He's looking to throw it. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
You can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times it looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate. That's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
Fires to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. The Sooners will hustle to the line. On fourth down, flexing that muscle in the run game. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Fires the pass, intercepted. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Huskies. How about that D coming up with a play like that? What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Guys, it's been an entertaining first half and not a lot of time left to put some more points on the board.
No, but you got this possession right here to maybe go into the half tied up. So good first half, but a great way, Jesse, to end this first half.
Yeah, you'd love to take that momentum into the second half. And listen, this offense practices 2-minute every single week for this. Situation, they'd love to be able to go generate a few more points before taking it into the locker room.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. A first down for the offense. Wants to throw. It's Carr. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the ground with the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer wins.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Off play action. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Sooners decide to punt it away. He's got great speed. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Comes out throwing on first down. Lets it fly. What a job to lay out and make the catch. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll throw it on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. UConn has it teed up to start this second half.
13.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
Throws to the tight end. Oh, so close to paying off the tip. Really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
Defense doing a great job watching the quarterback's eyes and breaking on the ball. They already have 2 picks in the game, and they swat that one away. They are doing an awesome job in coverage.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. Back to pass, it's Carr. Dances away to buy time. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with him, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it. He's not going to throw it back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. UConn is now threatening in the red zone. Trying play action. They're trying to get to it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Montgomery. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, UConn.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense, seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great...
Looking to get it in the end zone, and down he goes. They were trying to tie the game, but they are denied, still down by 2. Bringing it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Back to throw, it's Carr. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves him with a 3rd and 6. They want to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. Makes a connection. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Off play action on 1st down. They're working that left side. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits. A 3rd and long. They'll run play action. Fires to the right. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're going to run it. Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3 balls at the 14. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Going to the running game. Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
And this is why defensive coordinators lose sleep at night, because guys like this have the football in their hand almost... play. 3rd down, nothing open. He makes it happen himself. Now set up
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So an 82-yard drive there. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UConn going back to work on offense. To the air on first down. The quick out. Still running at the 40. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. He wants to throw. Pulls it in. It's Morris. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get...
Oh, look out. There he goes. Touchdown, UConn. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
He'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Sooner offense returns to the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
To throw, it's Carr. Scrambling away. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
Well, one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down. It was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
The Sooners headed quickly to the line. Quarterback checking the play. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Catch in the middle, it's Ellington. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who've starred through the first 3 periods. Going up top on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll fire to his right. It's complete. Afterburners coming. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown Sooner. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the fourth. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Oklahoma, 35. UConn, 26.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The UConn offense goes back to work. He's going to pass. Makes the grab. It's Smith.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Leaves it with the running back. Breaks the tackle. At the 30, just flicking away defenders. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. It's a draw, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. First down for this offense. They'll try the run. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
He'll throw it. Tight end finds a soft spot. Knocked down immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30. Move the chains with that completion now on first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Sooners want to move quickly. Quarterback will audible. To the air. It's Carr. He'll take a shot. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. They'll line up to go for 2. They'll go to the air. Gets it out quickly. And he's wrestled to the ground. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Oklahoma 41, Ncaa 26.
And he'll bring it back. And the returner will be brought down. UConn going back to work on offense. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something. Put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. He's going to take off. Finishes the run with the slide. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Still from the pocket, fires over the middle. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
All right, so they fail on that 4th down, but the game is not over yet. There's still time. Defense has to get the ball back quickly. Offense is going to have to score quickly. You have to execute now.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. If we add points, we add points.
It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Swings it out to his running back. Touchdown Sooners! And the route is on.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
The UConn offense goes back to work. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking to move it through the air. The sure hands, it's Wolf. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off his spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games and we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking to go up top on first down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. UConn quick to the line.
Second down coming up.
Wants to fire on second down. Looking down the middle. It's caught. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Trying to find his man on first down. Makes the catch. It's Montgomery. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. That last completion sets him up on second down. He's looking to throw. Feelings. Oh, there's the ball. And he coughed it up, and good thing he got it back himself. The Huskies getting set on 1st and 10. Got to get lined up to spike it and stop the clock.
It's now second down.
Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. He's looking for an open man on second down. That's caught. It's Montgomery. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Line gets set, first down. The give to the tailback. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
Second down coming up.
Scanning the field, it's Carr. Dances away from the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. They'll throw it on first down. Fires one high and deep. Ball's incomplete, and that'll do it from here. Guys, this is a really good win.